Hello and welcome to the Now We Know Show Flashback, an exclusive episode for our patrons and YouTube members. In the Flashback, we revisit a topic from a past episode chosen at random. Then we see where the conversation goes with whoever we have in the studio. In this episode, we have...
Buzz!
Jack.
And me, Zach.
The trio.
So, what will the topic of this week be?
Well, seeing that Jack is back in the studio with us...
Hello, Patreon. This is my first Patreon exclusive episode. I'm very excited.
How does it feel?
I feel a sense of warmth.
There you go.
Enjoy.
And tingling in all the right areas.
sense of good vibes from the patrons.
Okay, get the very super deluxe high-tech
I've got
hat.
the high-tech mystery...
So you're holding a hat.
Deerstalker hat.
Right.
The Sherlock Holmes...
I really should have chosen a better hat for
this.
this.
The Sherlock Holmes hat of mystery, which contains a whole year's worth, or near as damn it,
nice.
subjects that we've already covered.
So we've done 3 of these episodes before. We've covered cider, American candy,
one of my favourites.
UFOs and UAPs.
Nice.
So what's it going to be today, Jack?
Is it going to be an episode that I was in, I wonder?
We'll find out.
Okay,
So,
I'm going
in.
Careful,
Pull one
it
out.
might bite.
Oh, what's this in the hat?
Is that spaghetti?
Is that an
Doesn't go
episode
back in the hat. Right, okay, I'm going to put the hat.
What's it going to be?
So the episode we're going to be talking about is episode 20, Larp, live action role playing.
Larp. Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. Yes! I'm looking forward to this one.
What?
The first thing I'm going to say.
Jesus.
Oh no! It's the wrong episode. Damn! Damn!
What did I
It's
think you
Larp.
could talk about?
I was going to say nubbly women, but it's the wrong one.
Yeah, it's the wrong one.
Damn! I was going to pull you. I'll have to wait for that one.
Wait, I've still got to look forward to that or no?
Larp. All right, we're going to Larp.
Okay.
Live
Hit
action
people
role
over the
playing.
head with a rubber sword.
It seems like a long time ago we did that episode.
Well, it was. We're on episode. We just recorded episode 64.
Blimey. So that was over 50 episodes. No.
So
over 40 episodes ago.
What are your remembrances of Larp?
Well, I remember that.
Remembrances of the Daleks. Or
Remembrances.
something like that. Remember.
What I recall from the LARP episode is that I did a lot of the explaining of my experience to going to the event.
I remember
because I did.
I didn't.
I remember being very confused for most of that episode.
Yeah. Especially things about like the zones where you weren't allowed to make any noise and things.
Yeah, and you got entangled.
Oh yeah, that was like spells.
Yeah, and you showed us on the doll where they entangled you. Yeah.
So, there wasn't a doll.
No, there was.
There was a mannequin.
Okay.
I'm joking. So, okay, just kind of bringing this to the forefront, like bringing it up to date.
Yep.
I have been talking to some people about other LARP events that have been held around the country that seem to be a lot less kind of strict or political in that sense.
Because it did sound very, very political what you did.
That was very much the case. That it was the prevailing...
That was Empire, wasn't it?
That was the Empire one, yes.
Cult-like.
I think it's...
Cult-like. You nailed it on the head.
Oh, I should really remember what it's called, but I think it's... Is it Profound Decisions? But... yeah, there's another one that I can't recall the name of that is more battle-based, which I think that would be more up my street.
So it focuses more on like the combat side as opposed to
You could just see you running around the field with a rubber mallet and bashing people.
Potion. Magic.
I cast a spell at you.
Cleave.
Chirac.
Cleave, that was it, wasn't it?
Cleave.
Cleave.
Thrust.
Yeah.
Impale.
Impale.
Oh, good times.
Yeah, very strange. Anyway.
Reviving potion.
So, okay. Have you, between the recording of that podcast and now, have you gone to or done any kind of LARP events?
Nope.
I have not heard anything about LARP since then.
No active LARPing on my part. I think the nearest I've come to LARPing is on the film that I'm currently directing called Hartsfeld, The Identity Stealer. We needed some prop weapons for the film. Mm-hmm. So I contacted a company called Eldritch, which I know attends a lot of these LARP events, and they make the latex weapons. Yeah. And so had a little meet up with the guy there, and they made us all the prop weapons for the film. They are latex, but a little bit more kind of specific to movie use. They probably wouldn't be able to be used on a LARP weekend.
Yeah.
But that's the nearest I've come to.
I do recall the weapons checks being very, very thorough. And I mean, come on, guys, these are just like rubber weapons.
Yeah, I mean,
It's far less stringent when we do like reenactment events with steel weapons.
I mean, everybody in the studio, obviously you included Jack, has been to things like Tewkesbury Medieval Festival.
Via osmosis, I've learnt a few things.
That's it, where everybody wears steel armour and hits each other with steel weapons, which are blunt for the most part, but you get a weapons check there.
I've been hit with a few arrows.
Yeah, you've been hit by the arrows. A guy comes up or a lady comes up and basically runs their fingers up your sword,
your weapon,
rubs it up and down your weapon to see if you've got any burrs. And if you've got a burr, then out comes a file and file it off and you're good to go. And that's it. There you go.
Whereas you had to go through an entire process of stringing bows and saying where to, like, you can only go to half draw on these really piddly bows and things. And I'm like, oh my God.
Whereas you've been hit full force by arrows.
Yeah.
I was just trying to give people water.
So I kind of think...
Oh, I remember the name of the other LARP. The other LARP thing.
Water bear is a
the other LARP thing. It's Curious Pastimes.
You remember.
So I went to Empire, which is run by Profound Decisions,
right,
and Curious Pastimes is the other one, which is supposed to be a bit more lenient.
Okay. Well, there you are. You have to see if you can find an event, do it, and come back and tell us all about it.
Maybe. Depends if I get invited.
Does Hero Quest kind of fall into like a sub-genre of LARP? Because we played a lot of that since that episode.
Well,
Hero Quest
I suppose the thing is...
Because you have your own character and things. So
well, let's look at it. LARP, live role-playing.
Live action role-play.
Okay, so... I suppose if you're playing a board game around a table, you are pretending to take on the persona of an RPG character. You're not
a bit.
A bit exactly. So I would say you're halfway there.
Okay, that's my only.
The only difference being is you're not sitting there in full LARP rubber armour with LARP swords, and every time you roll a dice, an orc comes through the kitchen door, and you have to go and fight them out in the alleyway.
You say that, but I'm pretty sure from the stories of the past, you did do parties and things where you did dress up.
Yeah, okay.
For Hero Quest.
Okay, you have reminded me. Playing Hero Quest, there was a couple of games that I did play where we did dress as the characters. I was Rog the Dwarf, so I had a cloak that, if you can imagine, you're kneeling down on the floor, and you've made yourself a couple of rubber boots to go on your knees, so like knee pads, but they're sticking out the front of you. You've got like kilt on, and so you've got these rubber boots sticking out, and obviously your legs are behind you, but your cloak behind you is covering your legs up. So you're spending the evening shuffling around on your knees, because in those games, Morcar was the evil.
Yeah, that's the OG Hero Quest.
That was she in this instance was the game's controller, and she had a evil sidekick called Bodlin, who had out in the garage. Funnily enough, he had a bin, basically like a dustbin, which had loads of treasure in, but they were basically wrapped up gifts. You see, and so if you did something within the game, because Bodlin was controlling that part of the game, if you were lucky enough to win the trip to go up Bodlin's back alley, and then stick your arm into his butt to see if you could find something, and then come back to the game and then unwrap it, and it was either something that was actually half decent or it might be a complete joke. But the thing was, that was taking board gaming to kind of like the LARP level without the physical combat.
So that's the only thing I can think of since that episode that I've kind of sort of experienced in terms of LARP. So that's just.
And we will be playing again soon.
Ooh.
Well, you say that. We were planning to do an episode of the Now We Know Show podcast on Warhammer 40,000.
Did we ever do a board game episode?
We have got that lined up.
But I think it's also on the cards to say that we could possibly do one on Hero Quest as well.
I reckon so. I mean, definitely.
We could do just a board game episode.
Well, we've got the Warhammer coming up because we're actually.
We're bringing some people in for that.
We have never played it.
We've tried to.
Yeah,
I know Henry Cavill's trying to get his own Warhammer cinematic universe.
Series,
but we were approached by Jack Harris, our prepping guru, and he's got a group of friends that play Warhammer 40,000.
40,000?
I think there's 50,000 as well, isn't there?
Oh, crap. Well, I think that's something we can discuss.
He asked us, because we've got enough studio space, to actually put up tables.
Yeah.
Because I think he said he needed 12 foot by 6 foot, and we've got the studio space for that. So they're going to come in for a 2-day Warhammer 40,000 event. And they're going to bring all the kit in and the tabletop, I presume, battlefield sort of
terrain and things.
And yeah, so we're going to do.
It's going to be an exciting experience to see how all that unfolds.
Yeah, because we're going to be observers on that one.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And there we go. Awesome.
Thank you very much, listeners, and we hope you enjoyed the Now We Know Show flashback. We appreciate your continued support of Zak Wylde Productions, so stay tuned for future episodes. I'm Zak.
I'm Buzz.
And I was Jack.
This has been the Now We Know Show flashback.